Alright, we're going to try this again. There we go. For whatever reason, OBS didn't want to hook into the game. Alright, let's go ahead and continue from where we left off last time. So we finished the Golem quest.
Oh, I'm so annoyed.
It's a brazen attack. King Radovid will
Alright,
Radovid sent them, you idiot!
now for this expedition quest that they when we go on, that's there in that cellar.
Your very existence.
I'm curious though, where does this go? So this is the sewers, okay. So I don't want to go there then. Or at least not directly. I'm gonna do this quest here. Where does this go? Oh, Wraiths. Hey, Wraiths. And, you know, this new sword I got, this new silver sword, it, supposedly does extra damage to Wraiths. Who are you? You're a vampire? You don't look like a vampire. Whoa! Okay, so these crystals are bad. I'm gonna do something stupid here. That's considered human? Okay, so that's why I saved before messing around with that. All right. I'm curious though, where does the rest of the stairs go? Draw your sword, because you know you're gonna be fighting wraiths here in a second. But this time, don't hit the damn.
Guess they'll never learn.
Don't hit the damn wraiths. See, the problem is my AOE attacks here. All right. Not sure what's up with the crystals. Really, nothing to loot from those guys. All right, I'm gonna save here again. I just want to I want to go down here, see where this goes. Okay. Let's try hard. Okay, that's a no-go. Alright, so nothing there for the moment. I have a feeling these crystals have something to do with that door, but at least the wraiths are gone now. Alright, let's continue going down. What's behind this door? Okay, that's where it actually wants me to go. Because the quest icon has changed. Let's continue going down to the bottom of this thing. Alright, I guess that's the bottom. Alright, let's go press forward then.
We've broken through in the right spot.
Quiet.
Hello, Cynthia.
Ready. He killed Vanamar.
And many other mages. I know who he is, Cynthia.
In the same city as Philippa, and you didn't even bother to change your name. That takes balls.
Philippa's out of the picture. She's been arrested.
And I was supposed to die, but I didn't. Grave error.
I'll make you a deal.
You don't get it. You turned Triss into a cold stone. I'm having a hard time trying to figure out why I shouldn't turn you into a cold corpse.
She is alive and well. We decompressed her successfully. There were no complications.
And the interrogation after she was decompressed? Because you did interrogate her.
I personally supervised it. We presented the tools, gave her a few bruises, and that sufficed to get her to talk.
Cynthia, tell him to shut up or I'll kill him.
Silence, Adelbert. That's an order. Witcher, help me complete my mission. Help me open Der Henner's laboratory.
What'll you give me?
I've read the intelligence reports. I know your past. There are things in there, important things you don't remember.
I could force you to tell me.
I don't think so. Will you torture me? We both know you couldn't.
We'll come back to that. Why are you here?
We suspect Der Henner's laboratory may contain documents and books that could be useful to the Imperial Academy of Science.
That wasn't even close to funny. You're lying.
We don't know what's inside. Der Henner was a talented man, but also an eccentric.
What do you hope to find?
That's confidential. I cannot tell you. Regardless, we need your help. The laboratory lies beneath the Redanian camp, which we cannot penetrate above ground. We want to get there through the sewers, but can't manage it without a capable swordsman.
Alright, I want to see something here. Just because... Save me from having to figure out what to do. Or reload. So do I kill her or not? Or it's not that, do I kill her or not? Do I help her or not? Let's see here. I'm trying to think here. Alright, so I think I see what I want to do here. Alright, so...
How can I get into the Nilfgaardian camp?
There's one entrance. Beyond it, a long, heavily guarded corridor. You can't hope to sneak in. Renwald Matson chose a spot specifically to avoid being surprised.
Where are you holding Triss?
At the back of the camp, beneath a ruined building.
You're gonna help me free her.
Not likely. You're better off killing me now. You've no idea what the Emperor's intelligence apparatus does to turncoats.
About that offer.
We're going to go this route.
Fine. I'll help you open the laboratory.
In exchange, I'll tell you all I can. Do we have a deal?
Yeah.
Are we likely to encounter drowners? Or a related species? Perhaps other...
Because
That is how this world's built.
there's something we're going to be doing here. After we get in there. I wonder if... Alright. Well, let's draw our sword, because we know we got some fights coming up. Alright, let's go. Rot fiends. You guys are actually packing a little bit of a punch. More than a punch that's more than normal. Either that or I'm taking splash damage. Do I have... What in the hell is going on here? I've never taken that much damage from these things before. That's just weird. Need to double check something here. I don't think I changed this. No? That's actually quite unusual. I don't know why that I was taking that much damage from these guys. Well, I'm gonna sit here for a moment and let my health regenerate. And we'll go ahead and save as well. All right. What is going on here? Come out here, Queenie. Yeah, something just seems odd. In that I'm taking more damage than I normally would. Not sure why. Alright, let me go walk around, see what's around here. Oh. Crafting materials, iron, I think they went straight, so I'm gonna go in here just to see. Wraiths. Yeah, I almost want to say that. Yeah, so I'm doing a lot better there. So it's almost like those mages were splash damaging me with electricity, which was hurting me. Now here's a question. Do we go and fight our way through the Redanian camp? Tempting. It is tempting. I'm not sure which... Yeah, I'm gonna try something out here. Because I now know where she's being held. So, what happens if I backtrack? And save Triss. Those guys will just chill in the sewers for a little bit. All right, now if I were the Redanian camp, where would I be? I'm presuming it's the one in the north. So can I, are there any entrances into this camp?
Nothing special.
To the Nilfgaardians. That doesn't take me up there. So I'm guessing there's no way into the...
Be damned.
Because I know down there, that's the Kedwin folks.
I'll incinerate you.
Will you now? Not if I cut you with the blade first. So this is the entrance, but... Alright. So what if... Then we...
Hey, watch it!
Oh, shut up. I'll slice you all up. What if we go down here? Oh, Jesus. I wasn't expecting you to blow up that easily. Unless you got a lucky instant kill. I'm not interested in Philippa. As far as I'm concerned, I just want to come here and rescue, Triss. Oh, wrong weapon. Oh, for the wrong weapon, that was still doing some decent damage to these guys. Now, I may end up doing a reload, depending on what happens here.
Your Majesty.
I've waited long for this meeting. You left Redania so suddenly I had no chance to give you the send-off you so richly deserved.
Your Majesty, I fail to understand why I have been arrested. I've done nothing but serve Redania's interests, supporting the rebellion, undermining Henselt, risking my own reputation on your behalf.
I'm no longer the little boy who believed your every word.
Why do you do this, Radovid? I was there at your most trying hours. Without me, you would not be the man you are. I don't understand.
You understand very well. You conspired against my father Vizimir, and against me. The entire Redanian court once trembled in fear of Philippa Eilhart.
Untrue, sire. You must let me explain. What are your charges, Your Majesty?
Ambassador.
Triss Merigold was kind enough to compile a list of persons making up the secret society known as the Lodge of Sorceresses. Some Nilfgaardian sorceresses were members as well, but you need not be bothered with them, my lady.
Triss, you're mad!
The Lodge ordered Demaven killed. It ordered Foltest killed. I suspect you played a part in my father's death. And if I released you from the Dimeritium, you'd kill me too. You're finished, Eilhart. There will be a trial, due process, everything as it should be. But know that you shall not wriggle out of this. you shall be convicted of conspiracy, treason, and regicide. They'll rip your flesh from you in bits before they burn you at the stake. Throughout my childhood, I felt your cold stare on the back of my neck. When I issued orders, my subjects would search with their eyes for Philippa Eilhart's gesture of consent. The entire court at Tretogor looked on as you humiliated me. All Redania laughed behind my back. You taught me to look everyone in the eye. Forced them to lower their gaze, do you remember? A king must never show weakness, uncertainty, you said. I've mastered that skill. Yet there is one I could never force to submit. You. You've one chance to shorten your suffering. Admit to everything, here and now in the ambassador's presence. Look me in the eye and repent. Submit. As you wish. Torturer, put out those vile eyes.
You're making a grave error, sire.
Well. Oh my goodness.
We will talk again, witch.
The Philippa Eilhart problem has been resolved.
Intruder! Get him! Long live the Emperor!
All you bitches are gonna die. So you went in here, huh? Do you think that's gonna save you? I think not.
Look what they did to me. Radovid. To think I taught him magic tricks when he was just a boy. Free me, Geralt. I have to get out of here. Do you hear me? Help me.
You'll answer a few questions first. How does the spell work?
Saskia's will and mine are one. She cannot resist me. But fear not. There's no suffering involved. She merely believes me to be the most wonderful person in the world. As if she were in love. You know what's most beautiful? In spite of all this, she seems unchanged. She's retained her charm, her valor, her honor.
Was Shillard telling the truth about the Lodge, the assassinations?
He said exactly what Radovid wanted to hear. Half-truths, musings stripped of context, which differ very little from lies.
Did Triss take part in all this?
She's clean in those terms. Innocent as a child, but only to a point. I assure you, she has not been honest with you about many other matters.
Why did all this happen? Murdering monarchs, what interests did it serve? I can't fathom.
Help me get out of here and I'll explain all and lift the spell from Saskia. Take these shackles off me and lead me to my house. I beg you. I'll tell you everything. Everything.
I didn't track you alone. Yorvith can't wait to see you again.
My death would change little. Yorvith and all like him have no right to judge others.
Where's Saskia?
When I was arrested, she was with Sheila. They must be on their way to the deliberations by now.
Clock's ticking. Time is of the essence.
Why do you do this? Would you take vengeance on a blind woman?
Shillard said they've got Triss. I have to free her before they put out her eyes too.
Going to the Nilfgaardian camp is suicide.
And leaving a friend is villainy.
Only I know how to break the spell that holds Saskia. Get me out of here. If I die, she'll remain forever spellbound.
Saskia will remain an enslaved monster through your wickedness. You deserve to die.
Even if you reach Triss, you will not free her.
Sure I will. I'll trade Shillard for her.
And what will Yorveth say when he learns you abandoned Saskia?
You worry about what he'll do to you. I doubt he'll see your blindness as sufficient punishment.
Do you think Marigold's innocent?
You have no right to judge her. Goodbye, Eilhart. Move your ass, Excellency.
This is preposterous. What do you aim to achieve?
I want to see Triss. How did you get in here?
Put that sword down.
Only after I cut your throat. The choice is yours.
I know of a tunnel.
Then you can be my guide.
This way? Tunnel I came in? This doesn't seem right, is it? I mean, it is a tunnel. Yeah.
It's the tunnel to the left.
You make an exceptional guide. Go.
Well, actually, let me go ahead. I just noticed I had I leveled up. Let's go ahead and put. I don't care about using this per se. I just want the mutagen. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade the ability just so I can get the mutagen done. Let's see. Do that guy there, or I think I've used all the range ones, I believe. What it looks like. So critical effects. I mean, I've used all the long range ones, so we'll do critical effects.
Get the commander! That your ambassador will never see Nilfgaard's son again.
My men won't let you leave here alive.
They will if you ask them to, Excellency, and I believe you will.
Reynold Ep Madsen's orders come from the Emperor himself. He'd rather die than give you Marigold.
Then you'll die.
No, mark my words. You will. Unless you release me, it's not too late.
You're boring me. Pick up the pace.
Why do you care for that sorceress so much?
Go. Out of the way, all of you, or the old man dies.
Hold there!
I'm not joking.
I know, and I advise you not to hesitate. Kill him, for we shan't move one bit.
Renwald!
He who brings me the Witcher's head will get the Order of Merit.
But Ambassador Fitz-Estelen...
Your Excellency. Orders from the capital.
Oh, he took away the pleasure of me killing him.
Now I'll have to kill you all.
What are you waiting for? Get him!
Fire at will!
For the Emperor!
Why would I want to enter battle frenzy mode? I'm quite content with this. I mean, you shot me in the back, you bitch. Anything in there? I'll take the money. I really don't care about the gear. Well, somebody's got to have a key, right? I guess I have to go this way? Up the ladder? Climb. I mean, I guess I didn't technically have to kill these guys. But it's just fun killing them. Well, I don't need all this crafting material. But I might as well pick it up since I'm here, right? And then if I get overweight, I'll drop something off. So, I'm thinking, maybe that wall that's open over to the right? Oh, never mind. I see the ramp. Good thing there's no time limit on this. Because that would really suck. This Triss would be dead by now otherwise.
Long live the Emperor!
Did you really think you could just prance in here? Make the Emperor proud. Kill him!
Yeah, come on guys. Make the Emperor proud as I obliterate your asses.
God! The Imperial Army's ranks are endless.
For the Emperor!
Next.
You're a stubborn beast, Morgan. Die, dog!
Well, it looks like we've come to the end of the ranks that were endless. But jump up here or jump up here?
Congratulations, Witcher. They were my best men.
Free Triss, or join them.
You amaze me. How can you risk your life for a witch?
Let's just say we're close.
I knew it. You're in love with her. You wouldn't risk your neck otherwise. But you don't know everything about her.
What are you talking about?
Your friend and the other witches conspired against your rulers.
Go on.
How do you know that?
From the best possible source. She confessed.
And how did you convince her to do that?
By showing her the confessions of other lodge members.
I don't believe you.
That's irrelevant at this point. During our chat, my people managed to regroup, call for reinforcements.
Maybe now they'll start fighting like men.
Time to show you the Empire's true power.
Yes, show me the Emperor's true power.
Surround him! For Nilfgaard!
You're a fire mage, huh?
For Nilfgaard!
So guess what? When you're in, you're still burning, you know that, right?
Long live the Emperor!
Well, you're gonna die from fire, so...
Shame to the Empire. Shield bearers, forward!
Yeah, you did. Now, we could, in theory, go back and rescue Philippa. Let me see what his letter says. Nice armor. Let's see. I got an armor boost, increased reduction from magic, increased resistances, and increased load. You know what? Let's put that on. All right, let's see what this says. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, whatever. Trash. So now I can at least carry some more shit. Alright, so let's go rescue Triss. After we take a look in here. Some gauntlet diagrams. Alright. Let me take a look at this new letter. I'm also just curious to see what these gloves are. Not too much special. I just want to read his letters just in case there's, or at least trigger the reading of the letters. That's actually not bad either. Hold on, that's better than what I got on. 2 extra armor. I got extra vigor, reduction of damage from magic, increased resistances. I lose the maximum load. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Well, if I lost the maximum load, hold on, I'm confused here. If that's supposed to give me. No, that was a maximum load. This here, that was a maximum load. Oh, I'm sorry, looking at the wrong thing. So, yeah, the load weight doesn't change. Because 300. So it didn't change at all. Maybe 300 is the cap, I don't know. Those are the same. That's weak. That's no. Any good weapons at all? No. Although, what's this harpy sword? No. All right. All right. So I guess you had to leave and then go back into it then. Okay. That makes more sense. All right, let me go ahead and drop off this pickaxe for starters. And then let's drop off this. That's a quest item, so I can't. Well, that's a quest item, so it doesn't weigh anything. So drop that off, and we'll drop that off as well. Just check and see if there's anything of actual value. Triss, honey. Oh my goodness.
Didn't expect to see me.
Are you kidding? The only person you expect to see in a Nilfgaardian dungeon is the executioner.
They're gonna pay for this.
They tried various things, but they got nothing from me.
I traveled half the world to find you.
I know it was hard on you. I'll never forget this, you hear? Never.
I'd slaughter half the Nilfgaardian army for a friend. I know you're a member of the Lodge, Triss.
How do you know of the Lodge?
Does it matter? I also know the Lodge was behind Demavend's assassination.
Geralt,
I trust you.
True. I'm a member of the Lodge. Just like 8 other sorceresses. But if you think I'm responsible for the Lodge's actions, you're badly mistaken.
No.
The Lodge is a theater for 2 actresses. Sheila and Philippa have long dominated it.
To the point where you didn't know about the murder they planned?
To the point where I was no longer invited to gatherings.
Why?
They stopped trusting me.
Because you didn't agree with them?
9 women very rarely agree on anything. The actual problem was that
Tell me.
I was close to you. If Sheila fears anyone, it's Geralt of Rivia. The Lodge did everything to convince me that our relationship didn't bother them, even that it suited them. But they manipulated me. Through me, they fed you select information. Depending on the circumstances, they twisted facts.
We're still close. They could still be doing it.
Don't insult me.
Oh, I believe you.
Calm down, Triss. Reynold Ep Matson claimed otherwise, but I'll always take your word over that of some Nilfgaardian lowlifes. Now, you'll tell me everything you know. I need to learn the truth.
All existing councils of mages disintegrated after the Thaned massacre. We all acted separately. Philippa decided to create a new organization, a secret one this time. When I was sworn in, it never crossed my mind that the Lodge's plans would soon become secret to its members. As you know, Philippa's not one for minor undertakings. She presented a plan for creating a powerful state controlled by sorceresses.
No wonder the kings are opposing the sorceresses. Nobody likes a schemer.
Philippa and Sheila never lacked ideas or enthusiasm. To control a powerful state, they needed to create one first. Or find a wealthy land with a suitable political arrangement and an easily manipulated ruler. Sheila chose the Pontar Valley, Demavend, and Stennis.
Demavend hated mages.
No more than Henselt or Radovid. Sheila and Philippa saw Demavend as the weakest ruler. His son, Stennis, blows hot and cold. Plus, he who controls the Pontar Valley controls the north. So it was in Edirn that a popular rebel emerged, preaching the idea of a new state. At one of our meetings, I just asked how they imagined overthrowing Demavend. That was the last time I was invited. After Demavend's death, I became suspicious but had no evidence. Philippa brushed me off. When you went off to meet Yorveth and Sheila was busy with the Karen's carcass, I managed to scan parts of her megascope. That's when I learned that Sheila had dealings with Letho.
If only I'd learned that, everything could have been different.
Letho must have shadowed me when I entered Sheila's room. Then he forced me to teleport us to somewhere near Vergen.
Did you talk to him?
He wasn't aggressive. In Vergen, he told me that Sheila commissioned them to assassinate Demavend. Them being the Witchers of the School of the Viper. Sheila helped them prepare the assassination.
I wonder why he told you about it.
Is that important?
Conspirators who suddenly divulge everything. I'd be suspicious.
There was some interference as we teleported to Edirn. I emerged intact, but pretty battered.
I met the troll who fell in love with you.
He saved me, tended to my wounds. But when he started treating me like a caged canary, I fled. I knew Philippa was in the area. I decided to go see her and lay my cards on the table.
Maybe Letho wanted just that.
I met a woman at Philippa's house. Thought she was just a servant or Philippa's lover. Before I could speak, I was overpowered by spells. I hardly expected an attack. The pain I felt as my body was compressed. It's indescribable. As if all my bones were being broken. It's even worse when you return to your true form. In any case, Philippa had no idea her lover was a Nilfgaardian spy. I was carried as that figurine all the way to Loch Muin. Asira decompressed me back just before they murdered her. Shillard interrogated me but learned nothing. If it wasn't for you, they'd have had me quartered. I didn't piece the puzzle together until I was here, in the dungeon. Now you know everything.
Ever find out what Sheila was actually doing in Flotsam? I find it hard to believe she went there just to kill a monster and earn a few horns.
You're right, of course. It had something to do with Letho and the Scoia'tael.
What did she want from Yorvith?
The Scoia'tael were Saskia's trump card. I expect Sheila needed to know what the elves would do, given that a war with Henselt was practically inevitable.
Who had Foltest assassinated?
I have no idea. Perhaps after Demavend's successful assassination, Sheila and Philippa decided to take the next step.
That would be stupid. Killing Demavend was a way to take control of the Pontar Valley. People would forget the regicide in a year, and the Lodge could put its plan in motion. They had to know that if Foltest died, men like Roach wouldn't rest until they learned why that had happened.
One thing is certain. Letho killed Foltest, and Sheila was working with Letho.
Did Saskia know the Lodge's plans?
She didn't even know the Lodge existed. Philippa told her that the sorceresses would support an independent state in the Pontar Valley, no strings attached. A fairy tale, but Saskia bought it. Saskia backed Philippa, and the people backed Saskia.
Philippa controlled Saskia with her spells.
Figures. The woman's a control freak.
She miscalculated by coming to Loch Muin. Radovid had her imprisoned and then blinded.
That's impossible.
I was there. That'll have to do for now.
Alright, so what do we do now?
The talks.
You're going to attend?
You have no memory of how the world worked before the Thanab massacre.
Actually, I know exactly how it worked.
That means...
We'll talk about my memory later.
All right. If the Council and Conclave still existed, kings wouldn't be assassinated and massacres would be less frequent. This is our chance to restore these institutions, and we shouldn't miss it. Normalizing relations between the rulers and the mages who advise them is our only chance for peace.
And our only chance to dismantle the Lodge.
The Lodge will disintegrate anyway. Once the kings learn it was behind the assassinations, they'll start a witch hunt. We can prevent that from happening. I'm all for punishing the guilty, but can't abide collective responsibility. I'm ready to go and reveal everything I know about Philippa Eilhart, Sheila de Tanserville, and their schemes.
Let's go then.
Alright, so now what we'll do is... thinking... we could jump back to that other quest.
Those Nilfgaardians, that's your work?
They followed their leader too blindly.
You killed them all.
They didn't slaughter themselves.
Well, I didn't have a chance, or a choice, honey. It was either them or you. So, how are we getting out of here? Is there a tunnel? Around the corner, I guess? Oh. Or through the door. So now do I go and rescue
We
Philippa?
shouldn't arrive at the same time. Let's split up.
The Lodge remembers too.
Rest assured I won't let anyone compress me again.
Some of the sorceresses will be surprised to see you. Watch them closely.
Don't worry, I'll manage. See you at the talks.
All right.
Right. So now with that quest complete,
Nothing special.
let's go ahead and save. And then let's see. Go ahead and unlock the last mutagen that I plan on unlocking. Let's see what we got here. So I wonder, can I? So I don't know if there's any other mutagens out there. But I'm gonna go on the presumption that there's not, and that what I have here is I'll save it for now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and change over and not change over, but we're going to I kind of...
Your very existence is an insult to the gods.
I'm almost tempted to go down and see if I can save Philippa now. I mean, she doesn't technically... I really don't care about her. But I am curious if it gives me the option of saving her now that... Well, I guess not. I mean, that was the way I came, right? Or, I mean, that was the way to the prison, so I guess she's on her own. Which is perfectly fine with me, because she knew. You know, between saving Philippa and saving Triss, well, that's a no-brainer in my mind. Let me go ahead and hit a merchant real quick. I think there's a merchant. Oh, there he is. Let me go ahead and talk to him real quick and unload some stuff. Alright, so these swords don't need. I'll put that in the bank. I don't know why, but I will. Armor wise, I'll put that in the bank. Actually, no, I'll sell it. Screw it. Go ahead and sell that one as well. And then I got some junk here. Go ahead and sell these. Alright. Let me go to the innkeeper dude, because there's a chest over there I can drop some stuff off into. Oh, hey there, dude. You wanna go for another fight?
The mages will be overjoyed if you sign their treaty. Any idea who'd be the advisor in Vengerberg?
They insist on appointing the advisors themselves, though I doubt Saskia will accept that.
Anything can happen.
That lass will allow no one to control her. I've been observing her. She's a splendid commander.
Making her even more dangerous if anyone manages to manipulate her.
I'm not sure I understand.
Just thinking aloud.
It's a brazen attack. King Radovid will learn of this.
Oh, King Radovid can kiss my ass. All right, go ahead and store that. Store those. Can't store that. Go ahead and store all this shit. Okay. Now, just out of curiosity, let me take a look here at the various recipes I've acquired. This is gauntlets. Let me move over to gauntlets. So it's, I get more magic, but I lose load stuff, so not a big deal there. That armor there. Let me see what we got here. So this armor here, once it scrolls through again, you get vitality. I lose some reduction from magic, but gain other ones. So I'm kind of happy, and I get a little bit of extra armor. Trouser wise, let's see here. That could actually be good. That gives me an extra piece of armor. I get reduction from magic, and it boosts my incineration while bleeding stays the same. So that's a possibility. As far as gauntlets are concerned, Gauntlets actually wouldn't be bad either, because reduction from magic, bleeding and the incineration stays the same. I get extra, so I may go ahead and do that as well. Maybe. What other boots? The boots are pretty much the same. I get extra magic resistance. That may not be a bad one to do either. Versus if I do these gauntlets, no, it's actually worse. All right, so those gauntlets and those boots and those pants, yeah, so we'll keep that because the well, that is nice, and I get a vitality boost from it. You know, I lose magic, I lose damage, extra bonus from signs. Yeah, I'll keep, like I said, I'll keep the chest armor, but I'll change the pants out, or we'll have the pants made. We'll have the gauntlets made, and then we'll have the boots made. All right, so let me go ahead and access the bank and grab what I need here. All right, so for the boots, I'll need 3 cloth, 2 leather, and 2 twine. All right, then for the gauntlets, I'll need 4 cloth, 1 twine, 1 hardened leather. All right, so 1 twine. Oops, so I got extra twine, that's okay. Hardened leather and 4 cloth. Do I have hardened leather? I do, and I need 2 of them. And then 4 cloth. Then for the trousers, some more cloth, so 4 more cloth. The last 2 pieces of hardened leather. And then how much twine? 3 twine. Technically 2, I think. I'll grab 3. It's not gonna kill me to have an extra piece of twine. All right, so let's go to this this dude over here and have him do some crafting for me. And just out of curiosity, let me see what he has recipe-wise. So, the nice things. I don't have dragon scales. Plus, I don't know if I have enough silver ore either, so I'm not worried about it. Actually, you know what? Let me see. What else did you have? What is this armor? No. Like I said, I'm not gonna pay for that. All right. All right. So go ahead and make me a pair of boots. Go ahead and make me a pair of gauntlets. And go ahead and make me a pair of pants. Did I just make 2? Oh, you bastard. I just made 2 pairs of pants. Crap. How much is it? I don't think. Oh, man. Did I just do what I think I did? How far back was my last save? Hopefully the autosave was... Okay. I'm gonna I hit the wrong button. Instead of hitting the select button, I hit the damn create button. And I don't have a recipe for hardened leather. He may have had hardened leather, but that's okay.
Magic, I tell you. It's a brazen attack. King Radovid
All right.
will learn of this.
So, let's do this again. So, cloth. Actually, I have a whole bunch of stuff on me. Do I have any hardened leather on me? Okay, so grab all my hardened leather. That's the only thing I'm missing right now. Alright, now, let's not
Radovid sent them, you idiot!
mistakenly, let me save there. Let's not mistakenly create the damn thing. Alright. So, select, create. Select, create. Select, I need more cloth. Okay. That I'm okay with. I can... So, 2 pieces of cloth. No big deal.
What would happen if the Conclave still existed?
And if Grandma
Okay,
had a moustache,
so I need to validate the trousers.
We must protest with all our power.
I like the upper arm guard. I don't know what the spikes are, but that looks cool. Trousers, select, create. All right. So now, go ahead and put on these new. Alright, so again, I'll get an increase in armor protection. I'll get magic resistance here. Incineration goes up, bleeding stays the same. Perfectly fine with that. The gauntlets, armor stays the same. Magic goes up to 15. And I get extra weight. The boots... Armor stays the same, magic goes up, resistances stay the same. Okay. That's interesting. 10, 8, and 8. But I'm good with that. Okay. So now...
Lout!
Up yours, bitch. Now, let me sell. Don't need any of these swords. Keep that one though. I don't need... I'll have to double check. Damn it. Let me double check. I wish you could see what you were wearing. Alright, so that's the 50-60. Let me just double check the armor. So the one I'm wearing is better than this, other than the maximum load. That's trash, that's trash. Or that's not even different armor pieces. That's quest. That there's trash. I wonder what the Elder Blood boot or blood chest piece is and how much how good it is. Alright, so pretty much, yeah, we can sell off those. So sell that. Sell that. I can't sell the quest, so I'm not worried about that. And then go ahead and sell all these off. Right now, go to the bank or stash. Drop some stuff off. And then we'll go down and help
She should reason with this brat.
Cynthia out. Sort of. Yeah, I really wish I could get rid of that damn iron frame. 'Cause I have no idea what quest it was for. Alright, I got a point. I'm almost tempted to ignore the sign stuff, but then this one here on the end does give me extra resistances. That's also good. I mean, I've already maxed out that. Max that out, max that out. I could increase that. I could put something to those. You know, I will, just because it gives me resistances. So let's just take a look at how my character is looking right now. Alright, so resistances, so needless to say, fire, bleeding, and poisoning should be impossible. I mean, anything over, to me, anything over 100% is impossible to get hit, right? Magic damage, 85%, not bad. My infliction of effects is around 10%. That could be better, but I'm okay with this. Alright, so we're gonna grab something to drink real quick, and actually, based on what I can tell, I don't know if I will gain more talents every 1,000 experience. We'll find out. I don't know, but I know I'm at my max level. But I'm gonna grab something to drink, and I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, let's go ahead and press forward. Save. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and continue on with this here. One. Because there's an opportunity if I, well. There's an opportunity to play with Cynthia. So we're gonna take that opportunity. And they're just waiting patiently for me around the corner. Now, you guys don't splash damage me. Let me just see what this sword is real quick. Silver sword. Yeah, I'm okay with what I got.
I'm no rat to run around sewers. What we're looking for, anyway? Some graves, I heard.
Graves? So maybe there is something in this for us.
Shut your traps. Want the sergeant to hear? We're in deep shite.
That's a lot of soldiers coming down here.
We've got company.
Redanian bastards.
Oh, should I tell her that Trish is free?
The entrance must be somewhere here.
If our experts are to be trusted.
Derhenna dabbled in illusions, among other things.
He also experimented heavily with golems.
Golems with the power of speech, supposedly. They knew nothing of poetry, but...
Will you two shut up?
Yes, it's an illusion. I found a weak spot. Stand back. Later. Later, Elorn. Lisa Elorn. Later, dear!
Stop wasting time.
I haven't fought...
At times I'm caught. You can get my kind of feat. Though I have no needles, they say I am piercing. What am I?
Careful with the answer. It could be a trap.
Typical of Derhenna. He was a genius with a penchant for mischievous jokes. Like a child.
So a couple of adults, purported experts, should have no problem solving this.
Indeed, it's trivial. The answer is pain.
Incorrect.
Sucker.
No! Impossible! So many years of research together. Why did we ever embark on this?
Alright, let me save before we do this. Can I talk to you?
We must go on.
Guess not.
Pleasant or terrible. I come at night or in daytime. Short or long. But yours alone. Essential. I am.
Air? Time?
Time.
Incorrect.
Uh-oh. Toasty!
Let's get this over with quickly. Let's get this over with quickly.
I'm seen to fly, described as hard. I can be your currency and heal all wounds, but not many things can stand my test.
Can you please repeat the riddle?
I'm seen to fly, described as hard. I can be your currency and heal all wounds.
Time.
But not many things can stand my test.
That one's time.
Time.
Correct.
It's going rather well so far.
Not for everybody.
Come on, people, get in there. Because you're blocking my way. I can't get in. Oh, Jesus, people. Really? Okay, fine. We'll redo the riddle.
It's going rather well so far.
All right.
Not for everybody.
Y'all in now? Alrighty.
Someone's been here recently.
Redanians.
I wager we have a few more of Der Henna's surprises for unwanted visitors ahead.
I'll loot it for now and I'll drop it off later on, I guess.
Well, well, the competition's here. Kill them!
Yeah, you bitch. Well, now at least any splash damage shouldn't really hurt me that bad.
They must have descended straight from their quarter.
Let a Nordling.
Another guardian. Later. Lisa Elorn. Later. Dear. It's reacting to my spell.
Anything else in here? A couple more loot items over here. Alright, let's save. Actually, let me look at the inventory. Let me trigger these books real quick. Famous treasure. Not sure how these are so are all books considered quest items? Does everything here lists no? Because that there's just a book. Alright, let me go ahead and save again. Alright, let's see what this riddle is.
A group of travelers wandering through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked. At night they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady shining and fine. If only her visage she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
Okay.
Did I hear someone complain about the riddles being too easy?
Let's think this through. There are 9 alcoves, a fresco in each. That's 3 groups of 3 frescoes.
The riddle mentions 3 guides above the travelers. We must examine the frescoes, seek answers there.
I'll advise you about the riddle, but I will not take part in disarming the device. I've got a bad feeling about this.
The first verse is...
What do you think of the first verse?
Stars.
It describes a serpentine dragon swallowing its own tail, which represents infinity and thus time. The hourglass likewise symbolizes time. In this case, the time of the traveler's journey.
I believe it's the Dragon constellation. It would be visible at night. What's more, sources on alchemy invariably portray dragons as winged, and as an accomplished alchemist, Gehenna would also be a competent astrologer. The verse must refer to the constellation.
In alchemy, the winged serpentine dragon represents prime matter, an essential component in the process of alchemical transformation. The verse seems to indicate the allegory illustrating that transformation.
Oh, the constellation.
It should be the Dragon constellation.
I shall take that one.
What do you think of the second verse?
To my mind, it speaks of the white rose, symbol of the Order of the Flaming Rose. You see, the fresco itself resembles a coat of arms, and in heraldry, silver is rendered as white. So the Silver Lady and White Rose are one and the same.
I think it describes the full moon. In alchemy, the moon represents both silver as a metal and the feminine element.
The order remains largely unknown in the south, so the White Rose seems unlikely. Every Nilfgaardian, on the other hand, has heard of the Imperial Nausicaa Brigade, which has the Death's Head as its symbol. The brigade's name is female, and they say death follows a unit. So the Silver Lady could very well be Nausicaa or the Death's Head.
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
As I recall, the second verse was, a silver lady shining and fine, if only her visage she would deign to unfold.
I'm gonna go with the moon.
I think it's the full moon.
Unfold, though, could also represent petals unfolding.
What do you say to the third verse?
It describes the precipice, the ravine amidst mountains. An ancient rule in alchemy states, as above, so below. The vault is the ravine into which the riches of the mountain flow.
We must read the third line literally. To me, it suggests the Mahakam Mountains and its mines, from which dwarves and gnomes extract many ores that are invaluable to alchemists. Those mountains are a vault in and of themselves.
The verse is not literal. In many legends, towers are in fact vaults, which the hero must penetrate in order to rescue an imprisoned princess or find a long-concealed magic item. The mountain vault is the tower.
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
The third fragment mentioned a mountain vault containing untold riches which guided the travelers by day.
A mountain vault which guided them by day. Let's go with the tower.
The verse describes the tower, I'm sure. I'll stand next to that fresco.
Give it a shot.
Let's see if we can solve this. Take your places.
Count me out. I want to live.
As you will.
Bischoff. So tower. Oh, that's the wrong answer.
We must try another combination.
Yeah, first things first, we have to kill the gargoyles. Yeah, let's try it again.
A group of travelers wandering through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked. At night they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady shining and fine. If only her visage she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
Okay, so I still say the first one is dragon.
It should be the Dragon constellation.
I shall take.
The second one, go with the White Rose.
Must be the White Road.
Allow me.
And then the third one, let's go with the mine entrance.
I'll stand next. Let's see if we can take your place.
Count me out.
As you...
Alright, so this time, I think it's that one there, right? Yeah. Alright, then, you know what we're gonna do next? We're just gonna cheat. Because, just... Alright, so let's cheat. Just because. Constellation, moon, mine entrance. Oh, you know what? I changed the second one this time around. Okay. Because the first time around I had the, well, hey, if anything, I'm getting some gargoyle stuff out of this, right? The first time around I had the, whatchamacallit, correct.
One buffoon less.
Let me just skip through this. The first verse was a constellation. I had that right the first time. Second verse, I had the full moon the first time. This time, I will go to the mine entrance, which is where I stood last time.
Let's see if we take your place.
Count me out. I want to live. I cannot hope to finish the research alone.
Intruder detected.
No, now he's gonna die. He wanted to live. Golem.
Our expedition has grown thin. Such a shame. I actually found those two amusing.
Shut up.
Of course, my lady.
A golem. So Darehenna's legend is true.
It is no more than an obedient machine created to follow orders and kill. Not unlike our Witcher.
So I guess we should get along famously.
You? What do you know about golems?
I don't run into them in every forest, but any good bestiary describes golems at length, and I've read more than my share of those.
Geralt, I'm not questioning your knowledge, but I should be the one to...
Actually, you are questioning my knowledge. Listen, I know what I'm doing. I'll try to get it to reveal the word that'll deactivate it, or I'll just mess with its head. Break the code.
So now we've got a burglar in our midst. Be my guest. Try.
My intentions are good.
As are mine. Know, however, that this may change.
Darehenna must have been pretty lonely if he gave you eloquence.
The Master made me a guardian. Nothing less, nothing more. And you, provided you stand there, are a guest.
Did your creator give you a name?
I'm called obedience and unyielding persistence. I am a guardian and the humblest of servants.
A golem's name is the word that gave it life, and that can take it away. You must have a name.
I own nothing. Everything belongs to my master. How could I divulge the name if I exist solely to protect my creator's property?
Powerful magic created you. Darehenna was a true master.
He is still, since his mastery survives.
Can we discuss the program that controls your behavior?
Of course not.
As a conscious being, you must be lonely here.
You are wrong. The pain of the world, melancholy, lies within the domain of emotions and feelings. My thoughts are governed by pure logic, restricted by my program.
But you can learn. They say that a penchant for philosophy can only come from curiosity.
In my case, it comes from the will of the Master, who like to speak with me.
And do you feel a need to discuss?
I feel nothing. I just have that need.
Can I ask you for the name word which brought you to life and which can deactivate you?
Do that, and I shall consider you an intruder.
I have other questions. So you're aware you're an automaton?
Do we really know who we are, where we came from, and where we are headed? Is human life predictable in that the cycle of birth and death ensnares it? Better than mine. When a human is born, he is obedient to his parents. Later, he listens to tutors, masters, corporals. Finally, he succumbs to the will of death.
And to think that Adalbert questioned Der Henne's mastery. Has anyone tried to enter before?
I recall no intruders. I do, however, remember guests who left after being warned.
When was that? What did you discuss?
I am a machine. My memory is limited.
You're far more self-aware than a typical golem. Can you make sovereign decisions?
The Master made me the way I am, because long discussions were to his liking. I can make decisions within my program, of course.
So you decide who's a guest and who's an intruder?
Who else would? Guests chat innocuously, exerting no pressure. All others are intruders.
Who, if anyone, is allowed to pass?
Der Henne, but he is dead. Also guests may pass, but I stop intruders.
Tell me more. Who's a guest and who's an intruder?
Is it not obvious? A guest keeps his distance, or knows the name word. An intruder is anyone who enters too far, attacks me, or otherwise interferes with my being.
Okay.
I have other questions. Do you remember your creator?
Of course. I was summoned into being by Master Der Henne. I abide by his will, by his power, by the necessity encased in my stone bowels.
Der Henne is dead.
His word, which animates me, lives on, as does his legacy, which I protect. Empires will rise and fall, rivers will shift their courses, but I will remain obedient to one master on my eternal watch.
I don't know if I want to do that, because that could technically be considered interfering.
Der Henne must have been an exceptional man. Can you tell me about him?
I guard everything that belonged to the Master, including his privacy, which he valued highly. I can tell you nothing.
Let's give it a shot, just see what happens.
You're not an automaton. You're self-aware, and you think. You can make decisions.
You're wrong. I am eloquent and can discern between guests and intruders. I can also deal with the latter. But everything I say and do is limited by my restrictive program. By the way, as an automaton, I am immune to all charms. Stop the intruders.
I'm gonna do this again. I wanna see if I can do this without fighting him. I'm just gonna speed through this.
I don't
Geralt.
actually
sound
my
Der Henne, the Ma and
Alright, so I'm just gonna go through all this.
Can I? Can as a conscious
You want
but you and you I have other. Did your create
I'm called
a god?
I
Do you
of I am
dare and I
his word empire.
dare
I got it.
I have other. So you are
Do we really is he winning?
and to think who
Dare
tell me
is it not?
has an
I
when was
am
your fault
the
so you decide
who
Alright, so
all right I think I know how to get past this thing without a fight.
Burglar witchers, philosopher golems, an expedition replete with fascinating discoveries.
And terrible disappointments. Shut up, Adalbert. And you, Witcher, deal with that golem.
Your master is long dead, and you're more than a mere golem. We'll search Derhenna's notes, find a way to free you from your service, and expand your consciousness.
I desire no freedom, just as I do not desire to be anything more than I am. Intruder. Stop the
okay, so that's the wrong path.
A god?
You?
I don't.
Geralt.
as of
Derhen.
the master and he
So you
is winning.
and to think that I who
Is it not?
when you
Who
Okay, I'm just gonna speed through these.
do you
of I
dare
his
I have did your create
I'm called
a
I
powerful as
you
but you
in my
and you
I feel
can we
of
I have a
Okay,
all right
Burglar witch, an
And
so this time we go with this.
we know you exist by the will of your master thanks to the name word he gave you.
that is true.
So far I'm a guest and you were created to greet guests. As a guest I command you to tell me your true name.
In making that request, you took hostile action against my mission. Stop.
Damn. Alright, now I'm just gonna keep on reloading until, like I said, I just want to get around this without fighting.
a golem.
I just wish it would, you know, I could save it part way through this.
The and you.
So you
Alright.
Women.
and
Is it
you
who
I have do you
I am
dare
his
dare I have did your
I'm
power but
in my
and you
I've
Alright.
all right
See if I can do it this time. So,
we know you exist by the will of your master thanks to the name word he gave you.
that is true.
You were created to discern intruders from guests. You are to stop the former and greet the latter.
Intruders must be stopped.
By the sacred rite of hospitality, as a guest, I will now enter this chamber.
You are a fool. Customs are a human creation and no part of my code. Stop the intruders.
damn it.
It you?
I don't run.
Geralt.
Actually,
So now
my end.
As of
Dare
the master and
powerful.
he
But and you.
I've
I have a. So
is women.
and to think that Adalbert questioned Derhenna. Who? What? Your.
Who
I have a. Do you
of course I
Derhen?
his empire.
Dare. have Did your...
I'm called...
Alright, let's try this again.
Alright.
Burglar
and terror.
Alright, so I respect you. I respect you in the morning.
Thanks to the name word.
That is true.
I guess we should talk.
Created to discern
intruder.
Talk about lies and delusions.
Are you aware that intruders may seek to deceive you?
I have stone fists to defend myself against those armed with swords. I have my iron logic to defend against those armed with words.
But intruders could include sorcerers who alter reality. They could be illusionists or mere liars. What then is certain?
My existence is certain, as is my master's will.
This won't work. That will just trigger a fight. That will trigger a fight.
Since only you and the Master's legacy exist for certain, everything else is doubtful. A malicious intruder could cloud your senses.
I am the Guardian. The Master prepared me for that.
He couldn't foresee everything, so he gave you a mind to compensate. You're much more conscious and intelligent than a Guardian needs to be. Your Master says, greet guests and stop intruders. That is certain, but everything else can be a lie. And you cannot allow yourself to attack guests. That would be against your Master's will.
Guests must be greeted, and intruders must be stopped. This is Tehenna's will. Are you a guest or an intruder?
Doesn't matter what I answer. Your senses deceive you. You can trust only your mind. You can't assume I'm a guest, because I may be an intruder. You can't assume I'm an intruder, because I may be a guest.
This is a contradiction, a paradox. The law of excluded middle.
We've done.
Let's have a look.
Well,
this is better than I'd hoped.
A great success for Nilfgaard, this mission.
that was not what I expected, quite honestly.
Derhetha describes finding an important document about the Vrans. Derhenna's notes from a trip he took to Zerrikania.
Can you feel that?
My medallion's vibrating.
Another masking illusion. I'll try to disperse it. Lisa Elorn, later, dear!
The hell's that?
The device. What is it?
You've done your job. You'll be paid and...
Paid like the scholars were? They died once they were no longer useful.
They were never useful, but Cynthia insisted. Fortunately, they were so kind as to remove themselves without my help.
I'm not about to be that kind.
Adelbert, you know what you're to look for.
Yes, Mom.
It's a prototype megascope. I didn't know it had survived.
What's it do?
The artifact detects an emotional bond with a person. Its user need only focus on that person and the device will establish a connection.
Great tool for a spy.
Yes.
Time you fulfilled your end of the bargain. What do you know about my past?
You were a rider of the Wild Hunt. I read the reports.
Don't the Nilfgaardians have anything better to do than write reports about witchers?
Not about witchers. About you. You are the sole person to have been a member of the host, and survived.
Anything else? Any detail you can give me would be useful.
Don't trust Letho.
You think I trust the people I hunt?
He's your foe today, but he wasn't always.
How do you know I knew Letho?
I've read...
The reports, I know. Why are you warning me about him?
Because I like you.
Is there anything to prove I was part of the Wild Hunt?
Nothing. Apart from the fact that Nilfgaardian intelligence agents are drawn and quartered for lying in their reports.
An enlightened nation indeed.
You haven't the faintest notion how many people are interested in you. Very important people.
Just because I survived.
You're a former rider of the hunt, and you live. You may be the key to solving the mystery of the retinue, and they all know that. You must watch out for yourself.
Let's say you've satisfied my curiosity.
Well then, consider me glad to have satisfied a Witcher, whatever the way.
I'd like to try out the device.
You realize that can only end badly.
Cut in again and I'll put you in my report. You may use it, but just once.
Giving state secrets away to a Nordling. Will you mention that in your report?
You're sure to be named a commander one day, Adalbert. But until that happens, be a good boy and do your job.
Article 22 of the Code is clear. Suspicion of treason is sufficient grounds to strip a commander of power. Article 1 of my personal code is equally clear. Traitors must be subjected to the most painful death possible.
What's wrong? Are you on fire? I just gotta wait for the fire to go down or for his shield to drop so I can torch him again. So that's one down. Well, apparently fire goes through your force field, huh?
I didn't expect that.
Multiplication. Second year at the academy, all mages learn it.
I didn't expect you to take my side.
Well, now choose one person you wish to contact. After that, the artifacts are mine.
All right.
Let's say...
Well then,
Will we meet again?
I wouldn't mind at all. Look for me at the inn.
At the inn, okay.
Nilfgaardian agents get quartered for lying in reports. What does the Empire do to agents who kill their colleagues?
Nothing. As long as no one finds out.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't eavesdrop while I eavesdropped.
I shan't trouble you. I have a lot of work to do here.
Alright, so who do I want to eavesdrop on? Let me just see here, because... So... Triss isn't an option anymore because we saved her. Dandelion could be amusing. Okay, so let's go. So from what I read, this is an amusing scene. We'll go with this one here.
Tell me again. I find it arousing.
Well, Geralt and I went to Vergen, where my dear friend immediately got into all sorts of trouble. Kiss me here. Good. And since it's widely known you can't abandon a friend in need, I helped him. Now here. Not there. There. Good. The adventures we had. We presided over Prince Stennis' trial.
Really?
Then Geralt had to fight his way through a mist of wraiths.
And you?
I had another mission, just as important. But you can't expect me to tell you everything now. I have a ballad to compose about it. Now kiss me here. Really put your lips into it. Oh, yeah.
I hope you learned something useful.
I'm just sorry I can't use the artifact a few more times.
Its power has been depleted.
I understand. Thanks anyway.
Alright, any chance? Okay. See here. That's at 50. Hold on, let me save this. Okay. Now let me do a reload here real quick. Is this load before the that's the autosave. Let me see what this is. Is this the
device? What is it?
Okay.
You've done your job. You'll be
paid.
They weren't.
I'm not.
Adelbert.
Right before the fight.
What's it do? Great.
Yeah.
Time you fulfill.
You were right.
Don't the Nilf.
Not about Witcher.
Anything.
Don't try.
You think I.
He's your.
How do you know I knew Letho?
I've read.
The report. Why are you?
Because I like you.
Is there
nothing? You haven't the.
Just because it.
You're and they all.
Let's say you.
All right.
I'd like to try. You.
Cut. You may.
Giving states.
You're short.
Article 20.
You know your fireballs aren't hurting me. Oh wait, what's your name? How many charges do I have? I got 4 charges, really? Alright.
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect.
Well, now choose one.
Nilfgaardian aid?
Nothing.
Will we meet again?
I wouldn't mind.
Right, so you told me all I want on that.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't eavesdrop while.
I shan't trouble you.
Let's see. Go watch her.
I made sure we'd have a trustworthy cook while in Lochmuin. I'll not allow anyone to slip poison into your goblet here.
I cannot sit here and eat in peace while Philippa rots in a dungeon.
Regardless of Philippa's whereabouts and predicament, you must behave as befits a queen.
Does that rule out caring for my friends?
Philippa will manage. And even should she fail, I'm sure her final wish would be that we follow through with the plan. So eat. You must be at full strength during the summit. A very important task awaits you.
I think they're planning on having her transform into a dragon.
Its power has been.
I understand.
Alright. She's gonna take and teleport out. They always leave me behind.
Rotation procedure manual.
Alright, anything good in here? What's this? More notes.
Anna's notes about the city's history.
Money. Anything else? I didn't realize there was a quest for his journal. So you have that door there and that door there. Where does this door go? No, it remains in the laboratory. So where does this door go? Apparently nowhere, but there's some loot here. Any chance there's loot on him? Nope. All right, any loot in here I missed? That's the way. Oh, well, is it? Yeah. So this here's a dead end. Let me just go gather any loot I can on the way out. Another torch dude. This here is a dead end going this direction. This here is dead end. Oh, wait, there's more. Pop goes to weasels. Bugs. Let's see, there's nothing. Oh, wraiths. Or yeah, so you know, I'm under the impression that when I was coming down here, you know, I either had to have been taking splash damage from, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were dead. I either had to have been taking splash damage from the mages I was following, or they were shooting me directly. I'm not sure which. So this is a dead end, I believe. Maybe a wraith or two. I've already looted all that. So just out of curiosities, so obviously once you hit your 35, you don't continue to gain what do you call it? Gain ability points. That's fine. I think the ability points I have are just fine. In hindsight though, I would have liked to have gotten that up to level 2. I don't know if I would have changed anything. Suppose if anything, I don't know. I don't think there's anything that I spent 2 points in that I didn't need to spend 2 points in. So it is what it is. Alright, so we're gonna go swing by the inn to sell some stuff, put some stuff in our little bank, and also to see Cynthia. Because, you know, now I am curious about this in here though. Something about that. And these crystals. Let me take a look here at the these notes. So I mean, let's try Ard. Just to see what happens. So you can't interact with them. All right, so let me see here. Wizard to. What's the deal with this place here? Close this out. Close that out. Alright, so it is a puzzle. Alright, so okay, so when you enter the room, okay. Enter the room. The first crystal to your right must be hit with Ard. Okay, so Ard it is. Then, second beyond that must be hit with Igni. You know, okay, so Igni you. No. That. Will you stop it? Get off the damn target lock. I'm trying to shoot Igni. Come on, god damn it. Will you release the damn target? Come the now you can't hit. Come on. Stupid. All right. First, okay. Once we and the first one on your left must also be hit with the Igni. So this is that one there. And then this last one is Ard. Alright. Yeah, now that that's open. Don't know what's down here. We'll find out here in a second. Other than... Really? I hope there's more than... Okay, I was gonna say. Oh, this is an interesting place. Reptile Man? You know, I see that, and the first thing that actually comes to mind is from old time when I played EverQuest, the XR, the lizard folks. The sword. Hello. Really? Oh, you're one of these folks? Just wait till your shield drops. Hey buddy, you're on fire. Well, at least you guys are easy to kill. That's an needless trick. I wonder, just how hard? Actually, so let me see here. Let's try a Quinn on you. I can stand up and get out of here. Well, Quinn's good because it what do you call it? It stuns you. More wraiths.
Wonder how many more.
No. You know what I do have? I've got this. So I really don't know what I just did there. Oh, you know, I gotta change to the other sword on you. Okay, how about Ard? Will Ard do anything with you inside your shield? Yeah. Ard works well. Okay, change swords. Okay, change swords. Wonder, will you blow yourself up? You were a fun fight. So that opened up another door. So did you not have anything for me? I mean, I picked up a sword. I don't know if the sword is, I don't know. But that opened up the sword down here. Oh, hold on. Come on, Wraith. I broke the Wraith.
Damn.
You know, in Witcher 3, the Bruxa, they were not wraithish. They were actually, you know, moved around on the ground and didn't float or anything like that. Any more? Alright. There's a door there. Where does this go? Is that it? So, is this where I just was? Wait, that's where they were. Okay. All right, let's go up the stairs and sell some stuff off. Go meet Cynthia at the inn. You know, a wine and diner.
At your service.
You know, because Triss is recovering right now, so let her regain her strength. Alright, so that's actually got a nice damage boost to it. I'll take a closer look at that here in a second. That guy there, not so much. The rusty dagger, no. The axe, no. That guy there, I'll get rid of it. As far as armor's concerned, yeah, this is all trash. And then take a look at the junk. More. All right, and we'll go hit the storage. There's Cynthia.
An attack. King Radovid will learn of this.
Alright, so he's gonna drop all this stuff off in the bank. And let me just see, out of curiosity. Yeah, go ahead and throw these trophies in there. Alright, and I need to look to see what is this current steel sword I'm using. So do we go with slightly less damage? So vigor versus vitality. I don't use blade oils. Actually, no, I get vigor and vitality. So I'm going to actually change over because this one here gives me a 20% chance of freezing. We'll hold on to this one sword though. We'll put it in the bank.
Pull yourself together.
Just because. Can't do nothing with that. Put those in the bank. Alright, I think that's all I can put in the bank for now. Alright, I'm gonna grab something to drink real quick, then we'll have a little chat with Cynthia, and go from there. Be right back. Alright, let's go resave. Let's have a chat with Cynthia.
And if Grandma had a moustache...
We need to talk.
Of course.
You had me fooled back in Vergen. That sweet face of yours. Never suspected it could belong to someone who fanatically believes in conquering the North.
Mock me if you must. But I truly believe one huge empire is humanity's only hope. Many nations under one crown. with shared laws, advanced science, burgeoning industry and trade, and no wars, of course.
Sounds great. Let me know when it works out. I'd gladly spend my old age in a land like that. These ruins must hold many secrets.
I'm certain of that. It was a beautiful city. A city full of talent and hope. But that ill ended with the coming of the Nordling armies.
Think the city would have survived if those armies had been Imperial?
Your king started the war with the Enshe. Nilfgaard's relations with the elves have always been peaceful.
They really did a job on your brain. That was an interesting adventure, Cynthia.
Yes. People bond over experiences like that.
Yeah, kind of makes you wonder what happened back in Vergen. Did you get your promotion?
Not yet. But His Imperial Majesty rewards dedication.
Can he discern the truth from lies?
What do you mean?
I take it the Emperor has no idea his sorceress helped a mutant kill a Nilfgaardian mage.
It was a dangerous expedition. Casualties were inevitable. He'll content himself with that.
Got time to talk? Or are you off on another dangerous mission?
Even we Nilfgaardian agents rest sometimes.
Used the artifact yet?
I'm working on improving it. I think it'll be useful one day.
I found some of Derhenna's notes. He studied the history of the Vrans, right?
Among other things.
He makes several mentions of an epidemic.
Loch Muin conceals many more secrets than we imagined. I doubt we'll ever know all of them.
Well, if Derhenna's to be trusted, the epidemic had something to do with the Enshe. Maybe the Vrans caught the disease from the elves.
I'm no expert on diseases, Witcher. Who knows? Perhaps Derhenna was right, and the decline of Vrani civilization was much darker and more sudden than we thought.
This girl in the background.
You knew what we'd find in that laboratory.
Come again?
You wanted the bacteria strains that killed the Vrans, or more precisely, Derhenna's notes from his research into them.
This is very dangerous knowledge.
I suspect that's exactly why the Emperor is so interested.
The North is in chaos. An epidemic is the last thing you need. And one could break out if Derhenna's book fell into the wrong hands.
Fortunately, it's now in the right hands. In Emir's civilized and manicured hands.
Precisely.
I'm finding it hard to believe anything you say.
Did you come here to insult me?
No. Sorry.
What exactly do you want?
Well, you know what I want.
I was curious. I wanted to see which Cynthia I'd meet this time. The spy, the sorceress, or maybe the woman.
Which were you hoping to meet?
The real one.
Let's assume you're speaking to her. How do you like her?
Let's say I like her quite a bit.
Compliments are clearly not your forte.
I just told you why I've come. Care to tell me why you invited me?
Let's say I was interested to see which Geralt would show up.
And?
Yeah, go ahead.
The minstrels got it right. Women of the South are both passionate and clever.
I like to improvise.
Yeah, I noticed. Farewell, Cynthia.
Verfail.
That was an interesting...
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see here. Quest-wise. Dr. Triss. Is there anything? All right, let's see here. You're a smith. What's so special about Rand's armor? Alright, so didn't I already make Vernon's armor? Well, we'll have him make it. So I need... Let's go back to the bank and grab what I need. You're the smith. Are you a smith? No, you're Cynthia. There's a smith on the other side of this wall. Who are you? You have anything of interest? No, not that I see. Alright, so I know who the smith is who can make the armor. Let me go ahead and get the
She should reason with this brat.
Get the ingredients out for it. Alright, so for this, I need the armor, 2 enhancements, which I have, studded leather, 4 of them, okay. I need more studded leather. So, do I have a diagram for studded leather? Alright, so I need to...
She should pull down his pants and give him a thrashing in front of all those knights.
Do you sell a formula or recipe to make studded leather? No. Alright, so... Who or what drops studded leather? It is craftable. But where do I get the diagram for it? Ooh. What if I didn't get the recipe? Alright, so looks like I'm gonna have to buy the leather. Because the recipe to make it, I didn't pick up. Alright, so let's see how much studded leather you have on you. None. Alright, let's take a look at all the merchants.
It's a brazen attack. King Radovid will learn of this.
Lout! Greetings.
Just checking.
Greetings.
The innkeeper, do you still?
Greetings.
I doubt it. You sell studded leather.
Kitchen open day and.
It's not that kind. Only in the eternal.
No. All right.
This would never happen if the Conclave still existed.
What about this merchant over here, or this smith? You sell studded leather? You sell leather, but not studded leather.
We must protest with all
And let me just double check. I don't have a recipe for studded leather, right? Hardened leather doesn't do me any good. Leather doesn't do me any good. So this is the part that sucks, is trying to find a merchant.
How are things?
You're either very unobserved. I thought I'd meet.
Mages aren't.
You're telling
I'm just gonna skip through his dialogue.
I'd like to cast.
Sure.
'Cause, I really don't care about your personal problems. Oh, come on. Okay, do you sell studded leather? Diagram? You do, good. Hardened leather, oil, twine. Well, I think I've got the diagram for hardened leather. No, let me, because if I did, it would have checked it off. So, leather, okay. Alright, so, I need to make hardened leather in order to make studded leather. Let's take a look at the, actually, let's go to the bank and do it that way.
Philippa? She should reason with this brat.
Alright, so for hardened leather, I need 3 leathers and 2 oils per. How much oil do I have also? And I may have to make some oil. 16 oils. Well, I think we're gonna need all of them. Maybe. Excuse me. How many hardened leathers do I have? We got plenty of leather. I'll go ahead and take all the leather. You know, I'm not gonna just grab a specific amount. Hardened leather. I've got 1. Alright. So now what do I need for... I do... Oh, those are hardened leather boots as opposed to hardened leather. Okay. Now, in order to make studded leather, I'm going to need more oil and 2 hardened leathers and twine. Okay. Let's grab some twine. I should have enough oil for what I need to do. Technically, I only need to make 1 more hardened leather. But you know what? Here, let's just grab that much twine. Alright.
She
So,
should pull down his pants and give him a thrashing in front of all those knights.
well, Philippa is like that. She does like spanking people's behinds and other sides. Oops, no, I don't want to trade. I want to... Alright, so make me a hardened leather. That's... Yeah, so make me one of those. Alright. Then... Actually, wait, how much studded leather do I need for this? I need... 4. So 4 of those. So in order to make studded leather takes 2. So I need to make some more hardened leather. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's, I need to make 2 more, okay. So 1, 2. I'm gonna need to make some oil. For oil, what do I need here? Skin and blood. Okay, let me go get some skin and blood. Shut up.
It's a brazen attack. King Radovid will learn of this.
Alright, so necrophage, skin, and blood. Should have some of that, right? Yeah, so I got some blood. Go ahead and take all the blood. And go take all the skin.
Radovid sent them, you idiot!
Alright, and we'll make a couple things of oil. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. All right, now studded leather. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so for this, I now need cloth. Okay, easy enough. Go get some cloth, and then we'll have everything we need.
This would never happen if the Conclave still existed.
That should be enough cloth.
And if Grandma had a moustache, she'd be a catfish.
No, if grandmother had a mustache, she would be grandfather. All right. Got everything? Got everything. Okay. Didn't expect it to take off my existing, but that's okay. Guess there's no choice now. Alright, so I lost something. I don't know what I lost. I think I lost reduction from magic, but that's okay.
Where is Philippa? She should reason with this brat.
Alright, let's go ahead and put this junk back in.
She should pull down his pants and give him a thrashing in front of all those knights.
Alright, let's go ahead and save. So, from a quest perspective, time to do this one, I guess. Is this here? I don't think you can actually do anything with that one. So, go ahead and do some of the mages. And, go meet up with Triss. That's a long ass hilt for that human sword.
In a hurry to get to the deliberations.
Has Saskia spoken yet?
That cunt inspired dreams of
Well, that's just cold.
Peasantry. Now all Eden stands in flames. Peasants slaughter nobles.
They just wanted to free Vergen.
Free Vergen? To hell with a lot of you!
Whatever, dude.
Freedom. A magic word. It can replace nourishment, inspire the masses to fight. Those who cry freedom can perform miracles. Stennis underestimated the meaning of freedom when he poured poison into the mouth of one who spoke that word earnestly. Aedirn has no king. It has no ruler. Instead, it has famine, disease, bandits, and poverty. The fight for freedom is always good, but then rulers must be chosen and it all starts again. Yet the free are joyful, even if a bit hungry.
All right.
Good that you're here. We don't have much time.
Seems like we never do.
First, we have to get by the guards.
Leave that to me.
Be careful.
I'm always careful.
Oh, getting by the guards will be easy. Piece of cake.
The Kingslayer! Get him!
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
Might have tried to reason with them.
Easier this way. Trust me.
Path's clear. Can we go?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Everything will be revealed at last.
Whether you like it or not, John Natalis, Temeria will be divided.
For the good of the entire North,
The united forces of Kedwin and Redania will end the fighting among the Elder Houses and secure peace from Gorsvelen to Ellendar. At present, Temeria is starting to resemble the Pontar Valley.
Which, if I understand correctly, is currently controlled by Edirn.
You are mistaken, Radovid. Vergen is free.
Free? What precisely does that mean?
Lormark is not Kedwin's, and Edirn no longer controls Upper Edirn. We have rejected Prince Stennis.
So I heard.
And handed King Henselt's army a resounding defeat.
Your forces, my dear lass, are nothing but a motley array of rebellious peasants and elven brigands. Sooner or later, they will need to swear allegiance to someone, or they will be defeated and dispersed.
The peoples of the Pontar Valley will swear allegiance to me, Queen Saskia. As an independent realm, we hereby speak in favor of reconstituting the Council and Conclave.
You're a lovely girl, but you issue from common stock. The sole crown you are worthy of donning is a wreath woven of wildflowers. Redania will recognize no other coronation.
In that case, you must choose, King Radovid. Will you carve up Temeria, or march on the Pontar Valley? Henselt, last of the line of the Unicorns, has sworn to recognize the Pontar Valley as a free realm. Philippa Eilhart witnessed it.
Philippa Eilhart is in my dungeon, awaiting trial for treason.
She was in your dungeon, Radovid, but is no longer. She will sit at my side in Vergen as my royal advisor.
I know there's gonna be a dragon appearing here. Philippa, I know she's gonna do this shit.
To the matter at hand. The document describing the charter of the Council and the Conclave is, as previously ascertained, an exact copy of the charter found in the ruins on Thanet Island. The more important question relates to the Conclave and its power to designate royal advisors. Today, randomly chosen mages and sorceresses reside at many courts. However, in the time of the previous conclave, such persons were carefully chosen.
Why shouldn't we pick our own advisors?
These individuals bear great responsibility, Your Majesty. The conclave needs to be certain they are competent.
And that they will keep the conclave's interests in mind.
Obviously, sire. The Conclave's chief interest is the well-being and prosperity of the Northern Kingdoms. The document has been signed by every member of the Conclave we have proposed, as well as by all but one of the designated advisors. We await only Sheila de Tanserville's signature.
Without our royal seals, you should be allowed to designate advisors to cowherd at most.
That is true, Your Majesty.
Sheila de Tanserville should never be allowed to sign this document.
Triss Merigold, you decided to join us after all.
De Tanserville has royal blood on her hands. She can't sit on the Conclave.
That is a lie.
Have you anything to support these claims, Merigold?
There are witnesses who will confirm that Sheila de Tanserville was behind the assassinations of Demavend and Foltest.
Officials of the future Council and Conclave. Sheila de Tanserville should be arrested and tried. If Triss Merigold speaks the truth, Lady de Tanserville will be condemned to death.
Sheila de Tanserville, until Triss Merigold's charges are dismissed or refuted, you cannot sit on the Conclave.
Arrest her.
You don't know the whole truth. Merigold doesn't know what she's talking about.
Where's... Did she transform into a dragon? So how do we get Philippa to release the spell?
Geralt, we're trapped. Magic's no good here. I can't get us out. Sheila, you have to get Sheila.
No, I'll get her all right.
Turn back while you can, Witcher.
Now, just out of curiosity, I have 163% resistance to fire. In my mind, the dragon shouldn't be able to hurt me. As far as fire breathing is concerned. Anything down here? No. Oh, I guess there's no going back. You're fired. I'm immune to fire, bitch. Oh. I'm immune to fire, but I'm not immune to... Okay, I stopped. I shouldn't have stopped there. Cause I don't want to. Cause that's what's her name. We know who it is. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna continue running without stopping.
If I have to, I will kill you.
You can't kill me. As long as I don't stop for the dragon. The dragon fire won't hurt me. It's the dragon claws that will hurt me.
You're late. I've already managed to stabilize the portal.
You've got nowhere to run. Sooner or later, somebody will find you.
I prefer to leave on my own terms.
Where's Letho?
Sir Synthesis will tend to him, as she will to all the fools who get a hard-on at the mere thought of burning a sorceress at the stake.
Where is he?
I don't know, fool. I've been looking for him since Foltest's assassination. Letho cheated all of us. We were deceived by his dull face and sluggish stare. Don't you understand? The Lodge sought a way to get rid of Demavend, that's true. He was a weak, volatile king. Edirn would eventually choke to death under his rule. We chose the lesser evil. He had to be eliminated, and Letho happened to be at hand.
Foltest? Henselt?
We had nothing to do with that. After assassinating Demavend, Letho used our gold and magical support to find and meet Yorveth. The elf was to help him hide until the matter blew over, or so I thought. The Lodge did not condemn Foltest to die.
Then who did?
Nilfgaard. Letho is the king of liars and emperor of traitors. From the start, he worked for the glory of the great sun and the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes. He lied to everyone. Me, Yorveth, your stupid little Triss, and you.
Got any evidence?
A moment ago, I received a message from the Lodge's agent in Sintra. The Imperial Army is on the move. They're fording the Yaruga now. Do you think the North can defend itself in the current situation? But can you count on another miracle at Brenna?
I don't know, but you made it all possible and you'll answer for that. The stigma of treason is yours for all time.
We shall see. For no one will leave this city alive. No one will tell this story. Philippa controls the dragon. As soon as I disappear, it will turn the city into a flaming tomb. We may have lost a battle, but the war is just beginning. You, however, shall not take part in it. This is your end, Witcher.
Farewell! Something's not right. The diamond! Someone replace the diamond! This one's flawed. I'll be torn to bits! Geralt, remove it!
No.
The diamond. Remove the diamond. I'll give you anything you want. No! No!
Okay, that was a little painful.
Wonder how many more will turn up.
You can't hurt me, dragon. Well, your fire breathing can't hurt me. Then again, I don't know if my fire breathing can hurt you. Let's go ahead and do R to see what happens. Let's see, what about Axie? I don't know. I'm just trying different things here. That blinded me. Quen doesn't do me any good. Yarden? I mean, maybe the fire will work. I don't know. Just gotta get out of the way of your swiping. Alright. Oh. Is there a certain point where she becomes mortal again? So I'm wondering what would have happened if I would have saved what's her name. Personally, she didn't deserve to live. She took part in the capture of Triss, in my opinion. Oh shit! Hold on. I'm using the wrong damn sword. There we go. I was just tickling her before.
Damn monster.
How do you propose I defeat the dragon? Oh, climb? Okay. Alright. Silver sword. Let's actually use the right sword this time. I'm wondering how effective Quen would be here. I mean, it's not like I'm taking much damage, it's just a knockback that kind of sucks. I hope I don't kill her. Don't do it. No. Aww. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. I think she's definitely dead. That sucks. Yeah, Philippa deserves to die after this now. Unfortunately, I know she doesn't. Oh, what to do? Damn it. I gotta check. I gotta check. Alright, so if I kill the dragon... That's fair. I mean, because I know who the dragon is. And it's not her fault. Yeah, the person that deserves to die here is Philippa. Yeah, bitch. So what happened to Triss? Oh, Triss, my honey.
Are you all right?
More or less.
And the dragon?
Dragoness. Saskia's alive. Wounded and weak from loss of blood, but alive.
The spell is still working.
Unimportant. As long as Saskia lives, there's hope that we can break it. Besides, I don't kill dragons.
Philippa won't easily give up such a powerful weapon.
Triss, please understand. The last thing I want to do is slaughter one of the most beautiful creatures I've ever seen. Saskia is good incarnate. She's the exact antithesis of Eilhart and your former friends. They should be punished.
You're right. I just wanted...
I know what you wanted, and you're probably right in some way. But this time, logic and calculation are unimportant. If we have even the slimmest chance of breaking the spell and freeing Saskia, we need to try.
Let's get out of here.
I guess Letho got away.
He's waiting for you.
Waiting?
Where the Temerians made camp. Come on.
What do you mean, waiting? How do you know?
Utter chaos broke out after the dragon attacked. I tried to reach Philippa's quarters. A terrified man approached me in one of the alleys, gave me a letter and begged me not to harm him. He said it was for you. The letter was short. I'm waiting in the Temerian camp. Letho.
What happened here while I was gone?
All the kings had many more armed men than they should have had at a peace summit. During the evacuation, several skirmishes broke out. The Kedwenis clashed with the Temerians. The Order's knights raped 2 sorceresses and killed those who dared try to help them.
Do you think the Council and Conclave will survive?
Well, they're established, and that's the only thing that prevented a wholesale massacre. Hard to say if they'll survive, but for the time being, no one's got any better ideas. Mages are part of this world, whether people like it or not. They have to have their rights, their place. Otherwise, another lodge will arise.
Okay, I just want to make sure this is the right way. Am I following the runes?
I think he's coming too.
Oh, bollocks. The whoreson's in agony. Won't be long now.
Look at that. The cleverest of elven bandits, beaten burnt like ordinary scum.
This is the handiwork of some mage. I'd wager my wife on it.
You shouldn't have taken that trinket. You know they'll ask what he had on him.
And you'll not peep a word. Understand?
Hey you, piss off. We've got a dangerous prisoner here.
A prisoner? Did you capture him?
None of your concern. Buzz off, freak.
No, wrong answer.
Piss off, I said!
Yes, Radovid tried to buy him.
Die now! You asked for it.
No. You've asked for it, bitches. I like the freeze thing and shattering him. Kind of a cool death. I'm not gonna leave him behind. What's a trinket though?
Want to tell me what that was about?
Yeah.
It's Yorvith. I owed him that much.
I guess I missed quite a bit.
Yeah. Can you help him?
I'm sorry, Geralt. This was high magic. Treating him will take time, maybe months.
I'm gonna miss the Kingslayer again. Stay with him, Triss. I'll be back for you when this is over.
Geralt.
I don't want you to get hurt.
I can take care of myself.
Not this time. I need to talk to him alone.
The magic shield came down when the deliberations ended. I'll teleport Yorvith out of here, far away to Vergen.
All right.
Take care of yourself.
But hold on, don't teleport just yet. There's some sort of trinket. Maybe. Philippa Eilhart's dagger. Is that what the trinket was? Let's take a look at this dagger. a kind of a crappy weapon. But it was obviously Philippa that did it to her, that injured him. Alright, let's go talk to Letho. See what he's got to say. Let me just take a look here in my journal. Alright, that's the only quest. Just gotta figure out how to get out of here now. Now, burning the bodies makes sense because it, you know, you don't want them transforming.
This is no place for witches. Though I know you and you appear wherever something important happens.
True, though sometimes by accident.
And this time, also a coincidence?
Let's say I have something to take care of.
In that case, hurry. Once we're done cleaning up this mess created by the Royal Soldiery, Loch Muin will be magically sealed.
Getting out of here?
Temporarily. We shall return soon enough to rebuild the city. Loch Muin will regain its former glory. Until that time, we need to keep the treasure hunters and troublemakers out.
So Radovid trusts you?
We shall win His Royal Majesty's trust by delivering Sheila de Tanserville and the other traitresses from the lodge.
De Tanserville will be a problem.
Admittedly, Sheila can be slippery as an asp, but we'll find her.
No, she's dead, dude.
Carduin. Sheila de Tanserville's dead, killed by an unstable portal.
Shame. She was to be charged and tried. She would have been convicted of her crimes.
Why does it sound like she was convicted before standing trial?
It would have been a formality, true, and at once a warning to other sorceresses.
Seems to me she led you down the garden path.
Forgive me, I must attend to some matters. And don't dawdle, the city will be sealed in 1 hour.
Mr. Letho. It's a gem, dude.
Took you a while? Is that bauble from Sheila's megascope?
My final prank. I switched the diamonds. The one in the megascope has a flaw. Minute. But just large enough to warp the teleport. The Emperor's magic theorists assured me the effect would be spectacular.
Oh, it was good.
Oh, it was.
Good. Had she lived, she would have suffered more intensely and much longer.
Damn it.
She helped me quite a bit, through naivety and pride. I would not have gotten far without her.
So, ready to lay your cards out on the table?
No matter the game, there comes a point when all the players need to show their cards. I love that moment. But first...
Man, that guy's got some muscles.
Vodka.
Sure.
I suppose my throat's a little dry.
In that case, let's drink to old friendships. Recovered your memory yet?
Not entirely.
Remember how we first met?
Yeah, I saved your life. Couldn't think of a nicer way to pay me back?
Frankly, I couldn't. I mean, taking care of another man's woman, Yennefer. I can't fathom what you saw in her, but I suppose there's no accounting for taste.
The winter solstice, 1270. Midinvern, the night of magic. Letho wasn't lying. The hunt had stopped. At the Hanged Man's Tree, the spectral riders selected from among those they had taken. Yennefer was among them. A wraith cannot be killed, only driven away. Every witcher knows that. Yet the riders fell beneath the blows of our witcher's blades. Crimson blood flowed from under their dead men's armor. We could not kill them all. They were simply too many. A stalemate. He was different from all other elves. There was no shame in his gaze. He had never suffered persecution. He had endured no massacres. Humans had not taken his land. This elf was not of this world. He was an invader. We struck a deal. My soul for that of Yennefer. He agreed without hesitation.
Back with me, friend. Got the feeling you left for a minute.
Memories. I remember the Hanged Man's tree and the Wild Hunt. I remember the exchange. Me for Yennefer.
So, cards out on the table. Unless you chase me all that way just to kill me.
I chased you for lots of reasons. You owe me some explanations to start
Yeah,
with.
Let's see you do.
Almost done with it.
Care to tell me what it was all about?
Kill as many rulers as we could. Lay the blame on the sorceresses. Breed chaos. Prepare the North. Soft net before the invasion. And you know what's incredible? We could not have imagined more fertile soil. No matter what the war's outcome, the Northern monarchs will accuse one another. Pursue their God-given rights. Seek vengeance and be at each other's throats for years to come. The North resembles a whorehouse on fire, as your friend Dandelion would say.
Hold on, let me go back and that again. Let me see what the other dialogue says. Aren't they though?
Tell me about Yennefer. What happened after I departed?
She was feverish for several days, delirious, in agony. We thought that was it. She was on her way out. Somehow she recovered. But even then she was disoriented. Amnesia like you.
What then?
Well, the woman turned out to be quite a character. Throwing temper tantrums, trying to seduce orcs, trying to drive a wedge between us. After you so nobly sacrificed yourself, we thought it'd be dumb just to leave her somewhere. She wouldn't have survived more than a month. The whims and vigor of a duchess, but she was just a sorceress with no memory. We were in the heart of the Empire. And as I'm sure you know, Geralt, in Nilfgaard, mages who behave like that either drop their bad habits quickly, or are drawn and quartered by horses in the middle of Victory Square.
So I heard.
So we set out, wandered through the provinces. Everywhere we went, she got in trouble and we pulled her out. And then one day they captured us. Imperial Secret Police. Me, Ox, Sarad, and Yennefer.
Imperial Secret Police?
Mm-hmm. We were separated, and they questioned us. Long and thoroughly. But it was uneventful. No violence. That's how I met Vatia de Rideau. And a couple of weeks later, the Emperor himself. Me. A simple witcher.
What happened to Yennefer?
I don't know. Never saw her again. The Emperor offered me a mission in the Northern Kingdoms. As for Yennefer, I had the feeling she was somehow important to Emir. As I see it, they learned of the Lodge from her. Those Imperial spooks have their ways. All I heard is that Vatir had his men watch Yennefer closely throughout the time she was at the palace. Then we went off to slay the kings of the North. And that's where my knowledge ends.
So she's in the Empire?
She was when I left.
How did you know where we'd find the Wild Hunt?
Every witcher who wears the viper around his neck knows the place. We had so many books and scrolls about the hunt. that I used to think our school was founded for the very purpose of solving the riddle of the spectral riders.
Know who they are? You know the true identities of the riders?
From what I understand, they're some damn elven race. But they turned out to be a big ruse. The legendary omen of war proved to be a fairground attraction.
No Market Square mage could possibly conjure up a cavalcade of wraiths speeding across the sky. Then there's the amnesia. No, there's something more, I assure you.
Go ahead, enlighten me. I can tell you want to.
There are a lot of legends and myths about it, but the Wild Hunt is a fact. I've fought and killed many of its wraiths. They were spectral emanations, the avatars of real riders. The riders we ran into by the Hanged Man's Tree.
Are you telling me you were carried off by elves? Real material sons of bitches like the ordinary kind we deal with in this world?
They may be ordinary in their world, but they're strangers in ours. The conjunction of spheres. Know the theory? Do you know how monsters appeared in our world?
There's not a Witcher who doesn't know that.
So you know there are other spheres. The most powerful of our mages can open passages between these worlds, and they usually do that to summon the monsters we then have to hunt. The elves we saw come from another world, and they weren't summoned. They found the way on their own. It's not exactly easy, so they usually send their spectral emanations. They come in person on special missions.
As they did for you and Yennefer. So, elves from another world and their trained wraiths. What do they want from you?
I've got an idea, but that's not your concern.
See, that would be cool. So, in The Witcher 1, obviously here in The Witcher 2, these are taking place after he was kidnapped and returned from the Wild Hunt. It would be cool if they had a game where he was actually part of the Wild Hunt. Just so you could see what he did for them.
How did a Witcher agree to kill humans at another human's bidding?
At the Emperor's bidding, Geralt. And he's no ordinary human. The rulers of the North come up to about where his Pauline's end.
Why?
Simple. He promised to rebuild the School of the Viper, the Witcher's order where I came to be. Witcher's schools in the south fell into ruin long ago, and Witchers themselves became internal exiles, banned from entering most cities. Besides Seret and Ox, I know of 2 other Witchers of the School of the Viper who should be alive and on the path. I don't know where they are. Haven't seen them for years. Now they can come out of hiding. They can come home.
Why are you still here? Why did you wait for me this time?
I knew you wouldn't give up. I knew you'd pursue me. And I don't aim to hide anymore. Fact is, only you know the truth about me well. And a couple of folks whose word isn't worth spit anymore. I never saw you as a foe. I want to go my way. But if I have to fight you first, so be it. This story ends here and now.
Now, there was some more conversation you had from this.
No matter the North.
How did you manage to contact Sheila?
It wasn't a problem once I learned of the Lodge's existence. Initially, she watched my every move. But sooner or later, everyone starts treating me like a big oaf. I mean, I can't change how I look. I stayed close to Sheila, killed a few beasts for her, and whined about how unhappy I was, how unfair the world was. So much, in fact, that I actually got her gander up a few times. I made sure a few potentially trustworthy witnesses saw us together, could link us. Security in case I was captured. I also prepared to assassinate the King of Kavir. Esterad Tyson was to be the first victim of the mysterious assassins. But before I could do the dirty deed, Sheila asked me to slay Demavend. The gods had smiled upon me. I couldn't believe my luck. Here I've been trying to figure out how to frame Sheila. And now all I needed was to carry out her orders and follow through.
Where'd you get your information about the Lodge?
From the Emperor and Vattir Dirido, the Emperor's chief spy. And I believe they got it out of Yennefer.
She recovered her memory?
Nah. I'd never claim she informed on her friends consciously. I expect they found a way to tap into her memory in spite of her amnesia, and without her knowing it. There was a sorcerer present when I was questioned. A young, proud intelligence officer. Whatever the case, they gave me a list of the sorceresses in the Lodge. Only Emir, Vattir, and I were present. Only we knew of the mission.
How do you manage to slay Demavend?
Sheila's magic. I mean, she could give us the king's every move. His habits, the positions of the palace guards, anything. All we had to do was navigate the labyrinth and land the final blow. Besides, she had plenty of gold for the preparations. Greased palms abundantly. It had all the makings of a cakewalk. But it's never that easy. We barely avoided our pursuers. And we wouldn't have if not for Yorveth Scoia'tael. Another of Sheila's ideas. With Yorveth's elves, not only did we cut down Demavend, but traveling with them put us out of the Lodge's reach. We could calmly plan Foltest's and Henselt's assassinations.
How did you know Foltest would come to the monastery's solar?
Yorveth and I planned Foltest's murder. The King of Temeria would have to deal with the La Valette sooner or later, and he made no secret of it. I was sure he'd want to recover his bastard children in the process. And where do they take the children when a castle's under siege? I had to become a monk, but I couldn't just arrive at the monastery and claim I'd seen the light. Not very believable. So one of Arion's patrols out in the forests happened on a Scoia'tael unit torturing a helpless monk. Arion's brave men drove off the elves and I found shelter in the monastery.
No one noticed you had no wounds?
I paid the monk who treated me a lot of orange to stay silent. Actually, it was only a loan. Because only the dead can keep a secret. Then all I had to do was wait for the situation to develop. When I saw you enter the chamber with Foltest, I thought I might fail. Luckily, you failed. To recognize an old friend.
See, I guess the one bad thing about playing The Witcher 3 first, before playing through the series, is I know who is alive in The Witcher 3 at the start, so I know that when I go to fight this guy, I'm not going to kill him. Technically, he's not going to kill me, you know, unless I completely screw up. So it's you know, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
When did you decide to get rid of Yorveth?
As soon as I realized I couldn't manipulate him. A true fox, that one. He was so observant, so dangerous. I got the sense he might see through me at any moment.
You made a mistake. You were untouchable as long as the Scoia'tael were protecting you.
Maybe, but with Yorveth, my hands were tied. If I'd finished off Kieran...
But you didn't. And that allowed me to drive a wedge between you and Yorveth. I forced you to flee.
And I let you live. You know I could have killed you. You're forgetting.
No, I remember.
Now, the only way I could see that happening is if, one, I killed him on the PC and then I played Witcher 3 on PC and imported the save. The other thing I presume is at the, I guess it would be technically the beginning of chapter 1 in Witcher 3, where you go meet the Emperor and you're questioned by that one guy. I presume that's what's kind of, I guess, filling in the blanks. So perhaps if I answer something differently there, But I know that in my playthrough of The Witcher 3, this guy was here. And I honestly, I don't remember what I said to the dude. I don't plan on killing him here either.
So Sheila was looking for you when she came to Flotsam.
Mm-hmm. She thought she was still in control and wanted to get rid of me. I'd bet my eyes that she thought I'd lost my mind, or that Yorveth was manipulating me.
And the North descended deeper into chaos.
Exactly. There was just one problem. You. I could have killed you in the Elven ruins. Thing is, you weren't really my enemy.
Well, I mean, the only difference is if he's not in The Witcher 3, and you don't go through his quest line, then when it comes to the scene in Karamora, or however you say that place, he doesn't come to aid you. Now, how much of a factor that is, I don't think it's that much of a factor, because in my playthrough of Witcher 3, I didn't have Kira there, which I guess if I would have chosen a different dialogue path and I'd given her some documents or something like that, she would have showed up to help. Again, how much would it have been a help? I mean, it wouldn't have changed. I don't think it would have changed anything ultimately, because, you know, at that point, you know, the path is still going to be the same with the character that dies. So I guess how many allies you had with you.
You screwed up with Henselt.
Sabrina's curse tore that down. First off, we got holed up in that hideout in the ravines. Then Sheila showed up and started watching Henselt like he was her own ass. By that time, his death was no longer necessary. Fate had smiled upon us again. I learned of the summit and the efforts to reconstitute the council and conclave. The ideal setting for the mission's grand finale.
Now, I will say, I don't know if it shows in my clips or not, but I took a clip out yesterday in the May show there. It's something I've never even would have thought about a dwarf saying. Let's see if I see it here. Leave it to a dwarf to come up with something like that. Alright, so I think that's technically everything. Yep, alright. Oh, I don't find an issue with that either. I mean, that's just a school of magic I never even had thought of, you know?
I'm done talking. Let's finish this.
Want to fight?
Any vodka left in that bottle?
A swig apiece. Here. The Imperial army is probably crossing the Yaruga as we speak. Pure pandemonium will ensue. The North's finished. Time to go south, where the good life awaits.
You're a fool, Letho. Both you and your Emperor are forgetting one thing. Misfortune brings people together. Very shortly, the North could be united like never before, thanks to you. But that's just not my concern anymore.
I'm not your foe. I never was. Let me walk away and I will. You'll never see me again. Force me to fight, and this time I'll kill you.
Because if we fight, it's going to be a fight to the death. And holding in true with what I did in having him appear in Witcher 3.
I've learned all I wanted to know. I can feel the memories coming back. Your death won't change a thing. Go where you will.
So do I. So does everyone in this game.
Threats. No words of wisdom.
Are you going or not?
Farewell, Geralt.
Well, you kill everyone, including horses, so that doesn't shock me. Which is actually interesting. There wasn't a single horse in this game. Or in the first game, for that matter. You know, you think she would have cleaned herself up a little bit by now. So, here's what I want to know, and I don't know if it'll come up yet or not. The hell? Who curses Philippa? Because that hasn't happened yet. I mean, we saw her eyes get gouged out, which, yeah, you know, I kind of disagree with that. You know, that is kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Cruel. To me, I think she should have just died. But if you kill her, she won't lift the curse. So, one, do we get her to lift the curse? And two, who curses her? I know going into Witcher 3, she was still under the curse. And she was stuck in her owl
The Witcher had traveled far
formation.
wide in search of the Kingslayers. Along the way, he had met both the righteous and scoundrels, Bernard Laredo amongst the latter. Laredo sold Flotsam to Kedwin and scattered the local non-humans to the four winds.
I also had an opportunity to chase and kill him, I didn't.
Its civilian population was resettled. In Edirn, the Witcher witnessed Saskia the Dragon Slayer achieve a great victory. The Pontar Valley, previously Upper Edirn, became a promised land for outcasts who dared dream of freedom. Even sly old Zoltan Chive came to believe in this land of bliss. Yet dark times approached for the architects of the New Order. Dark clouds had been gathering over Temeria since Foltest's death. Stripped of its king, the land was like a rich cloth which nobles began to shred. These minor scavengers, however, scurried off in fear when true predators reached out for their prize. The summit at Loch Muin sealed the fate of Foltest's realm, when Radovid of Redania and Henselt of Kedwin divided it between them. Years before, Geralt of Rivia had witnessed the fall of the Council and Conclave of Mages. The summit in Loch Muin re-established both bodies, their founders sacrificing Sheila de Tanzerville and her accomplices. Yet Radovid also required humility and loyalty from the proud mages, but this did not sit well with all of them. It was a time of great uncertainty, of rape accomplished by royal decree. Yet as troubled as the days seemed, we, who had in some way shaped the world's fate, finally received some respite. Zoltan resumed the quest for his beloved's hand, and I laid my head in the laps of the muses. Who could have known this tempest which had ravaged the north was but a harbinger of darker days, and the preamble to an entirely new tale of Geralt of Rivia.